Ladies and gentlemen, strength is often misunderstood. Many equate it to physical power, loud declarations, or dominating a room. But true strength lies in the quiet resilience of the human spirit, the unshakable resolve to stand tall in the face of challenges, and the unwavering commitment to authenticity. Being strong doesn't mean you don't struggle. It means you rise despite the struggle. Today, I want to share with you 7 signs that indicate you are a very strong person. First, the strong person knows how to set boundaries. They understand that their time, energy, and mental peace are invaluable, and they guard them fiercely. They are not afraid to say no when something doesn't align with their values or well-being. This strength doesn't come from selfishness, but from self-respect. It's the realization that by protecting your own peace, you can show up more fully for the things and people that truly matter. Second, strong individuals take responsibility for their actions. They don't play the blame game or shy away from accountability. When they make a mistake, they own it, learn from it, and use it as an opportunity for growth. This level of responsibility requires humility and self-awareness, 2 hallmarks of true strength. It's easy to point fingers. It's far harder to look in the mirror and say, "This one's on me, and I will do better." Third, strong people embrace vulnerability. Society often teaches us to hide our weaknesses, but strength comes from the courage to be honest about them. When you're strong, you're not afraid to ask for help or admit when you're struggling. Vulnerability isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength because it takes bravery to let others see the real you. By embracing vulnerability, you build deeper, more authentic connections with those around you. Fourth, strong people remain calm under pressure. When faced with adversity, they don't panic or lash out. Instead, they take a step back, assess the situation, and respond with clarity and composure. This doesn't mean they don't feel stress or fear. It means they've learned how to manage it. They understand that staying calm allows them to think more clearly and make better decisions, even in the most chaotic moments. Fifth, strong individuals don't let failure define them. They see setbacks as stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. Failure is not the end for them. It's merely a lesson, a chance to reevaluate and try again with more wisdom and experience. This resilience comes from an inner belief that their worth is not tied to their successes or failures, but to their effort and determination to keep moving forward. 6, strong people uplift others. They don't feel the need to put others down to feel better about themselves. Instead, they celebrate the success and growth of those around them. They offer encouragement, lend a helping hand, and inspire others to be their best selves. True strength is not about standing above others, but standing with them, lifting them up when they falter. Finally, a strong person lives authentically. They don't compromise their values or change who they are to fit in or gain approval. They have the courage to walk their own path, even if it means walking alone at times. Living authentically requires a deep understanding of who you are and the strength to honor that truth, no matter what the world expects of you. If you recognize yourself in these 7 signs, let me assure you, you are stronger than you realize. True strength isn't always loud or visible. Often, it's the quiet resolve to keep going, the courage to be yourself, and the resilience to rise after every fall. So, Embrace your strength. Own it. Nurture it. And remember that your strength is not just a gift to yourself, it's a beacon for others, showing them that they too can rise, stand tall, and be unshakable in the face of life's challenges. Thank you. True strength often begins with understanding the importance of boundaries. These invisible lines define what you are willing to accept from others and what you are not. For many, the idea of setting boundaries can feel uncomfortable, especially if you have been conditioned to prioritize others' needs over your own. But the ability to establish and enforce boundaries is one of the clearest signs of a strong person. It reflects self-respect, emotional maturity, and a commitment to your own well-being. Setting boundaries is not about shutting people out or being unkind. It's about creating a healthy balance that allows you to thrive. A strong person recognizes that their time, energy, and emotions are finite resources and they must be protected. They understand that constantly saying yes to everything and everyone leads to burnout, resentment, and emotional exhaustion. Instead, they choose to honor their limits by saying no when necessary, even if it risks disappointing others. It takes courage to set boundaries, especially when faced with resistance. There will always be individuals who are uncomfortable with the new rules you put in place because they've benefited from the lack of them. For instance, a friend who has grown accustomed to leaning on you at all hours might feel hurt or frustrated when you begin to limit your availability. However, a strong person knows that their worth isn't determined by how much they do for others. They refuse to sacrifice their peace to maintain unhealthy dynamics. Enforcing boundaries also requires self-awareness. A strong person takes the time to reflect on what truly matters to them and what they need to feel safe and valued in their relationships. For example, they might identify that they need uninterrupted time for personal growth or a commitment to honesty and mutual respect in friendships. Once they understand these needs, they can communicate them clearly and confidently. This clarity helps others understand what is expected, reducing misunderstandings and fostering healthier interactions. Another hallmark of strength is the ability to hold firm when boundaries are tested. People may push back, guilt you, or attempt to manipulate your decisions. A strong person doesn't waver under pressure. They understand that their boundaries are non-negotiable because they are rooted in self-respect. This doesn't mean they are inflexible or unkind. It means they prioritize their well-being over the approval of others. Setting boundaries also creates space for better relationships. When you communicate your limits, you encourage others to respect and value you more deeply. The people who truly care about you will adjust and honor your boundaries, strengthening your connection. Conversely, those who are unwilling to respect your limits reveal themselves as unaligned with your values. This clarity allows you to focus on relationships that uplift and support you. Ultimately, setting and enforcing boundaries is a profound act of self-love. It's a declaration that your well-being matters, that your time and energy are precious, and that you deserve relationships and environments that nurture rather than drain you. This strength not only empowers you, but also sets a powerful example for others to honor their own needs and boundaries. Strength is often associated with stoicism, or the ability to face challenges without showing emotion. However, one of the clearest signs of true strength is the ability to embrace vulnerability. Vulnerability is not a weakness, it is the courage to be honest about your feelings, struggles, and imperfections. It takes immense inner strength to allow yourself to be seen fully without hiding behind walls of pretense or fear of judgment. Embracing vulnerability begins with self-awareness. It requires you to confront your emotions and acknowledge your fears, doubts, and insecurities. This honesty with yourself is a foundation for growth because it allows you to identify areas where you need healing or support. A strong person understands that burying emotions only leads to further pain, while facing them head on creates the opportunity for transformation. Being vulnerable doesn't mean sharing everything with everyone. It means being selective and intentional about who you trust with your feelings and experiences. Strong individuals cultivate meaningful relationships where they can share their authentic selves. They recognize that true connections are built on honesty, and they are willing to take the risk of being vulnerable to deepen those bonds. For example, admitting to a close friend that you're struggling with self-doubt can open the door to support and understanding that might have been unavailable if you'd kept your feelings hidden. Vulnerability also involves the courage to ask for help. Society often glorifies independence and self-reliance, but strong people know that seeking help is not a sign of weakness. It's a testament to their wisdom. They understand that no one is meant to navigate life's challenges alone, and reaching out for support is a healthy and necessary part of resilience. Whether it's asking for guidance from a mentor, emotional support from a loved one, or professional help from a therapist, the ability to seek assistance reflects an inner confidence and trust in others. Another aspect of vulnerability is being open about your mistakes and imperfections. Strong people don't feel the need to present a facade of perfection to the world. They are comfortable admitting when they've made a wrong decision, hurt someone unintentionally, or falling short of their own expectations. This openness not only fosters personal growth, but also creates an environment where others feel safe to be imperfect as well. By embracing vulnerability, strong individuals inspire those around them to do the same. Their willingness to be real encourages authenticity and emotional honesty in their relationships and communities. This ripple effect can create deeper connections and a greater sense of trust among people, as it breaks down walls and replaces them with genuine understanding and empathy. Embracing vulnerability is not always easy. It requires you to let go of the fear of rejection or judgment and trust that your authenticity will attract the right people and experiences into your life. However, the rewards are profound. Vulnerability leads to freedom, connection, and self-acceptance. It is a declaration that you value your true self more than the illusion of perfection. And that is a strength few possess. Resilience in the face of failure is one of the most defining traits of a strong person. Failure is an inevitable part of life, and how you respond to it speaks volumes about your inner strength. While some may view failure as a roadblock, strong individuals see it as a stepping stone, a chance to grow, learn, and improve. Their mindset transforms failure from a source of defeat into a powerful tool for progress. Strong people understand that failure is not a reflection of their worth. They know that everyone stumbles, and setbacks are a natural part of striving for success. Instead of internalizing failure as a personal flaw, they separate the event from their identity. This allows them to maintain their self-esteem, even when things don't go as planned. For example, if a strong person doesn't get a job they interviewed for, they don't conclude that they are unworthy or incapable. Instead, they assess the situation, identify areas for improvement, and prepare for the next opportunity with greater determination. And that speaks volumes about how one of the key reasons strong people are resilient in the face of failure is their ability to reframe it. They don't see failure as an end, but as a lesson. Each misstep offers valuable insights, whether it's learning a new strategy, recognizing an overlooked detail, or gaining a better understanding of their own strengths and weaknesses. This perspective helps them move forward with greater clarity and wisdom. A strong person doesn't dwell on what went wrong. Instead, they focus on what they can do differently next time. Emotional resilience also plays a significant role in how strong individuals handle failure. They allow themselves to feel disappointment or frustration, but don't let these emotions consume them. They process their feelings, acknowledge the pain of failure, and then channel that energy into productive action. This balance between emotional honesty and forward momentum is a hallmark of their strength. They don't pretend that failure doesn't hurt, but they refuse to let it hold them back. Strong people are also adept at maintaining a long-term perspective. They recognize that success is rarely a straight path and that temporary setbacks are just a part of the journey. They keep their eyes on their ultimate goals and refuse to let short-term failures derail their progress. For instance, an entrepreneur who faces a failed business venture may use the experience as a foundation for future success, knowing that each failure brings them closer to the knowledge and skills they need to achieve their vision. Resilience in the face of failure is also tied to self-belief. Strong individuals trust in their ability to overcome challenges and adapt to new circumstances. This confidence doesn't come from a belief that they will never fail again, but from the knowledge that they have the strength to rise after every fall. This unshakable belief in their own potential empowers them to keep trying even when the odds seem stacked against them. Ultimately, strong people view failure as a natural and necessary part of life's journey. It doesn't define them, it refines them. By embracing failure with courage and resilience, they turn obstacles into opportunities and setbacks into stepping stones, proving that strength is not about avoiding failure, but about persevering through it with grace and determination. Remaining calm under pressure is a defining characteristic of a strong person. In moments of chaos, uncertainty, or adversity, a strong individual stands out, not because they are unaffected by stress, but because they have mastered the art of responding to it with clarity and composure. This ability is not innate, but cultivated through experience, self-awareness, and a commitment to maintaining emotional balance. The strength to remain calm under pressure begins with emotional regulation. Strong individuals understand that reacting impulsively to stress often exacerbates the situation. Instead of allowing their emotions to control them, they take a moment to pause, breathe, and assess the situation. This pause may seem simple, but it is incredibly powerful. It creates space for thoughtful decision making, allowing them to choose a response that aligns with their values and long term goals, rather than reacting based on fear or frustration. A strong person also recognizes the importance of perspective. When faced with a challenging situation, they focus on the bigger picture rather than becoming consumed by immediate problems. They remind themselves that every crisis is temporary and that they have the resources, knowledge, and resilience to navigate through it. This ability to see beyond the immediate stress helps them maintain a sense of control and prevents them from becoming overwhelmed by the moment. Another reason strong people remain calm under pressure is their focus on solutions rather than problems. They channel their energy into finding constructive ways to address the situation instead of dwelling on what went wrong. For example, if a strong individual encounters an unexpected setback at work, they quickly analyze the issue, identify actionable steps, and implement a plan to move forward. This proactive mindset not only diffuses stress, but also inspires confidence in those around them. Strong individuals are also adept at managing external influences during stressful times. They understand that panic can be contagious, and they refuse to let the anxiety of others dictate their own state of mind. Instead, they act as a stabilizing force, projecting calmness and reassurance that can help others regain their composure. This leadership quality often earns them respect and trust, as people naturally gravitate toward those who remain grounded in challenging situations. Another important aspect of staying calm under pressure is preparation. Strong people take the time to equip themselves with the skills, knowledge, and resources they need to handle potential challenges. This preparation gives them confidence, as they know they are capable of responding effectively to various scenarios. For instance, a well-prepared leader entering a high-stakes meeting feels more composed because they have anticipated possible outcomes and planned accordingly. Lastly, strong individuals practice self-care to build their capacity for handling pressure. They prioritize habits such as regular exercise, mindfulness, and maintaining healthy boundaries to keep their minds and bodies resilient. These practices enable them to approach stressful situations with a clear mind and steady emotions, ensuring they can remain calm even when faced with significant challenges. The ability to stay calm under pressure is not about ignoring stress or pretending challenges don't exist. It's about cultivating the inner strength to face adversity with clarity, focus, and purpose. By mastering this skill, strong individuals not only navigate their own lives with grace, but also inspire and uplift those around them. That's why the word mastery goes hand in hand with integrity. Living authentically is one of the most profound signs of inner strength. It takes courage and resilience to stay true to yourself in a world that constantly pushes conformity and compromise. A strong person knows who they are at their core, their values, beliefs, passions, and purpose, and they refuse to mold themselves to fit into others' expectations. Authenticity is not about being perfect. It's about being real, honest, and unapologetically yourself. Living authentically begins with self-awareness. Strong individuals take the time to reflect on their values and priorities. They ask themselves what truly matters, what fulfills them, and what aligns with their inner truth. This clarity serves as a compass, guiding their decisions and actions. For example, a strong person in a career that clashes with their principles might choose to pivot, even if it means taking risks. They understand that compromising their values for external rewards will ultimately lead to dissatisfaction. Authenticity also requires letting go of the need for external validation. A strong person doesn't live to impress or gain approval from others. They are comfortable with the idea that not everyone will like or agree with them, and that's okay. Instead of seeking validation from outside sources, they derive confidence and self-worth from within. This independence frees them from the constant pressure to conform, allowing them to make choices that genuinely reflect who they are. One of the greatest challenges of living authentically is facing criticism or rejection. When you choose to stand firm in your beliefs or follow an unconventional path, it can make others uncomfortable. A strong person accepts that not everyone will understand their journey, and they are prepared to face judgment or pushback with grace. They see criticism not as a deterrent, but as an opportunity to reaffirm their commitment to their truth. Their ability to navigate these challenges without compromising their identity is a testament to their resilience. Living authentically also means embracing your imperfections. Strong people understand that being true to yourself doesn't mean being flawless. They acknowledge their weaknesses and mistakes without shame, knowing that these are part of what makes them human. By accepting themselves as they are, they inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of authenticity in their relationships and communities. Authenticity strengthens relationships because it fosters genuine connections. When you show up as your true self, you invite others to do the same. Strong individuals prioritize quality over quantity in their relationships, seeking out those who accept and celebrate them for who they are. This authenticity builds trust, deepens bonds, and creates a sense of belonging that cannot be achieved through pretense or superficiality. Finally, living authentically is about having the courage to walk your own path. It may not always be easy or popular, but strong people understand that living in alignment with their truth brings a sense of fulfillment that far outweighs any temporary discomfort. They trust that staying true to themselves will attract the right opportunities, relationships, and experiences into their lives. By living authentically, they not only honor their own worth, but also inspire others to do the same. True strength manifests in the way you live, act, and interact with the world. It is not defined by physical power or external achievements, but by your ability to stay grounded in your values, embrace your vulnerabilities, and rise above challenges. Strong individuals set boundaries that honor their worth, find courage in their authenticity, and approach life's failures as opportunities to grow. They maintain composure under pressure, seek genuine connections, and stand firm in their truth, even in the face of criticism or rejection. Strength is a journey, not a destination. It requires self-awareness, resilience, and a commitment to personal growth. It means choosing integrity over convenience, purpose over approval, and love for oneself over fear of judgment. By embodying these traits, you not only empower yourself, but also inspire those around you to recognize and cultivate their own inner strength. The beauty of true strength is that it doesn't demand perfection. It celebrates authenticity. It reminds us that being strong is not about avoiding challenges, but about embracing them with courage and grace. In living this way, you prove that strength is not something you have, it's something you are.